Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here and you don't know who I am, my name is Cara. It's so nice to have you with us today. And I have recently been seeing a tag go around called the mid-year book freakout tag. I have seen this last year, I feel like, and the year before, but I haven't actually sat down to watch any of the videos. And I recently found one on my subscription list from a girl called... I cannot remember, but I'll leave her video link down below. But I really liked the tag and I thought it would be a great video to do to sort of discuss some of the books I've read this year and like talk about them and whatnot. So if you want to do this tag, I will leave the video link down below as well as the questions for the tag. So if you want to complete it, you can. You've got it there, you're ready to go. So without further ado, my cat is going crazy. Let's get started. So the first question in this tag is, what is the best book you've read this year? And the book I've chosen is Tokyo Ever After by Amiko Jean. I fell in love with the story. I absolutely love the story of Izzy and learning about her culture and her just new way of life in this Japanese world. And I have a review of this up on my channel, so if you haven't watched it, go watch it now. But if you haven't heard about this book, I would definitely recommend picking it up. It's basically Princess Diaries meets Japan, and it was beautiful. It was perfect. I love it. Question number 2 is, what is the best sequel you have read this year? Technically, this is cheating because it's not a sequel. It's the third book, so whatever that is, trilogy, the best trilogy book. That is A Vow So Bold and Deadly by Bridget Camera. This is the third book in the Cursebreaker series. It is the finale to the other 2 books, and in this one we follow Harper and Ren and Gray and tie up all the story that we've had so far. And I love this series and I was really looking forward to this one. This is like the only book I read this year that's come out this year, or that I've read this year that's like a sequel. So I was really excited to read it. I'm happy with the way it ended. I think the ending could have been a little bit more happier for both parties, but I really like this one, so that is my little cheated version of best sequel. Question 3 is best new release, and I absolutely adore this author, so I chose Perfect on Paper by Sophie Gonzalez. I read Only Most Devastated last year. That is her first novel, and Perfect on Paper is her second release. And in this we follow a girl called Darcy, and what's his name? Alex, who Darcy has a locker called Locker 98? 89. Close. Called Locker 89, where she lets people do anonymous letters to her. They don't know it's her, to get advice about life, relationships, sex, jobs, friendship, parents, anything. And Alex requires Darcy's help, and it's a beautiful book. I absolutely adored this. I love Sophie's writing. I think she is a brilliant author, and I definitely think she'll be an order by author for anything she releases in the future. 4th question is, what was your anticipated release of the year? And that is Everything is Beautiful by Eleanor Ray. When I saw the synopsis for this, I just fell in love. I thought it was a beautiful description of, like, not hoarders, of a beautiful description of someone who keeps little like keepsakes and stuff like that. So in this story we follow Amy, who just has a way of holding on to things and not letting them go because of the sentimental value. And it was just a really beautiful story that looked into all the different aspects as to why she was the way she was. We do get like, and I absolutely loved this. So each sort of, I wouldn't call them chapters, each section was kind of broken up into what we're talking about. So like this chapter was about lighters and why she kept lighters, the reason behind it, why she found them so significant. Like this one is about mugs, and then we talk, you know, July 2002, and why mugs became so significant to her life and why she hasn't got rid of them. So I really love this story. This is a really, really beautiful story. If you're looking for a really easy read that will inspire you and will also make you want to clean your house, I recommend this one. Number 5 is your anticipated release, and obviously I don't have it with me because I don't have the book, but it is the 3rd book in the Aurora Rising series, and that is Aurora Burning. I believe this comes out in September, and I am very excited to read this. I absolutely adore the Aurora Rising and Aurora, is it Aurora Burning? It's not Aurora Burning. We already have Aurora Burning. It's Aurora Rising is the first one, and then Aurora Rising Burning. And I can't think what the third one is called, but here it is. Aurora something. I really love these books. I'm really excited to read it, and I feel like my heart's gonna be broken, but that's okay. It's fine. Question 6 is your biggest disappointment, and this one I'm going to choose Last One at the Party by Bethany Clift. This is a story about a girl called... a girl. You never actually find out her name. So the main character is in a sort of post-COVID apocalyptic virus world where a disease called 6DM, which is 6 days maximum, is a virus that is spreading where people literally die within 6 days. And this main character does not die. She's the last one left in the world, basically, or in her country. I was really excited for this. Unfortunately, I felt that it was very stereotypical. It was playing on the fear and the narrative of COVID, and it was very weird to read a book that was sort of set post-COVID while mentioning it. I definitely had some thoughts with this book and had to put down some parts because it was very, very graphic and talked about. And I'm fine with graphic things, but the way some of these things were described was just a little bit much to me. So that's my biggest disappointment of the year. I think that's number 7, I think, is your biggest surprise. So I have actually chosen Shadow and Bone for this, by Leigh Bardugo. I saw that the show was coming to Netflix, and my friend and I decided to do a little buddy read and read the books all together. I've only got up to the 3rd book. I have read the first 2, and I have not read the 60 Crows yet, but I actually own Ruin and Rising. Just haven't read it yet, but I was really, really surprised at how much I loved this, and I adored the Netflix show, and I really liked being in the Grishaverse. So I had always had these on my TBR, and I loved it. I really enjoyed it. The next question is fave new author, and once again I'm going to choose Sophie Gonzalez. Even though this is not a new author, because I have read a book from her before, I just think her writing just got 10 times better in this book, and I could really see the development that she had from her first novel and how much she'd learnt from it, and I just love her writing style. So that is definitely my favourite new author of the year. Next question is, who is your new fictional crush? And I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to say it is a Darkling. I was gonna say Mel as in TV show Mel, but book Darkling, show Darkling. Definitely. Loved him, and that's all I'm gonna say with that matter. Darkling. So the next 2 questions I'm actually going to tie them in together because they are both from this book. So that is new favorite character and book that made you cry. So this is The Boy Who Steals Houses by C.G. Drews, and this is a story about Sam, who is a runaway and goes into people's houses who are not there and lives there, doesn't steal anything. He literally steals a key from their house, and he stays there while they're not there. And this book is just, it was beautiful. Sam was definitely my new favorite character of the year. I could really tell and see the heartache and the torment and the struggles that he's been through, and you could really read it in the writing. I felt like I knew who Sam was and I could be his friend just from the way it was written. And the book made me cry. Definitely made me cry. There was parts where him and his brother, who is autistic, his name is Avery, the way that they're interacting together and the public's reaction to Avery and Sam, it made me really emotional, and I believe that there needs to be so much more just learning and respect given to those who are on the spectrum and the reactions that they can have to particular things. And the way it was written to this made me so emotional, and I think there needs to be such more advocacy and just teaching given to people about the importance of treating everyone equally and the same. And the last question is the most beautiful book you've read this year, and I'm going to choose Love is for Losers by, I'm going to butcher the name, I literally looked at it last night, Webcare Brueggemann. This book is beautiful. I'm almost finished it. It is about Phoebe, her love, her life, and the story of falling in love, being a teenager, doing exams, and trying to live a normal life while everyone around you is learning how to be a normal teenager. Anyway, I love it. This book is beautiful. So I'm literally about to run out of battery. So if you guys enjoy this video, make sure you give it a big old thumbs up, subscribe down below, turn notification bell so you do not miss an upload. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you let me know in the comments down below. I will leave all the links in the description. I'll see you all next week. Bye.